The most dangerous thing to a human soul is not a difficult present. It is a vacant future. You can survive almost any how if you have a big enough why. But when the vision is small, the soul begins to shrink to match the dimensions of its horizon. Welcome to the conclusion of our series, The Infinite You. Today, we are discussing infinite vision. Most people are living by sight rather than vision. Sight is the ability to see things as they are. Vision is the ability to see things as they could be, according to the design of the Creator. Sight is a function of the eyes, but vision is a function of the heart. Sight is limited by the walls of your current circumstances, but vision is infinite because it is anchored in the character of an infinite God. To understand the architecture of the future, we must look at the Greek word elpis. In our modern language, we translate this as hope. But in the original text, elpis is not a wish. It isn't a maybe. Elpis is a confident, joyful expectation of good. It is the spiritual ability to look into the unknown and see a prepared place. When you operate out of infinite vision, you stop reacting to your environment and you start responding to your destiny. Most of us are environmentally controlled. If the economy is down, our vision goes down. If our relationships are strained, our vision shrinks. But an infinite soul is meant to be internally regulated. You don't look at the world to see what is possible. You look through the Spirit to see what is promised. The Apostle Paul tells us that eye has not seen, nor ear heard, nor have entered into the heart of man the things which God has prepared for those who love him. But then he adds the critical interface protocol, but God has revealed them to us through his Spirit. Vision is a revelation before it is a reality. If you can't see it on the inside, you will never possess it on the outside. This is why the reset of your mind was so vital. A finite mind acts as a ceiling to an infinite vision. You cannot manifest a Mercedes-level life with a bicycle imagination. You have to expand the capacity of your internal cinema to handle the high-definition future God has already authored for you. Think about the concept of prographo. It's a word Paul uses to describe how God pre-wrote or sketched out our lives beforehand. Before you ever took a breath, the architect had already drawn the blueprints. Your job isn't to invent a future. Your job is to discover the one that is already written. Infinite vision is the process of aligning your sight with God's sketch. When you have infinite vision, your now loses its power to discourage you. You realize that your current struggle isn't a wall, it's a construction site. You stop looking at the debris and start looking at the renderings. You understand that the master architect never starts a project he doesn't intend to finish. This is where your kingdom identity becomes kinetic. When you know who you are, and you know what you're worth, and you know where your power comes from, your vision becomes a magnet. It starts to pull resources, people, and opportunities toward you. You stop chasing success and start attracting the fulfillment of your design. But infinite vision requires a commitment to the unseen. It requires you to trust the blueprint more than you trust the building site. It requires you to speak about the infinite you even when the finite you is still shivering in the cold. You have to be willing to be illogical, logikos, to a world that can only see the physical. Today, we are removing the blinders. We are tearing down the low ceilings. We are looking past the sight of your bank account, your past failures, and your current limitations. We are activating the ELPIS, the confident expectation that the one who started this work in you is bringing it to a glorious, infinite completion. The horizon is moving. The design is manifesting. The future isn't something that happens to you. It is something that flows through you. Open your eyes. Look past the walls. It's time to see. It's time to walk in your infinite vision.